Hi guys, welcome to the Unpopular Opinion.
Real,
Raw,
And we're saying it all. So this week, you guys, we are going to talk about the reality of being social media creators, influencers, whatever you want to call it. I feel like it's very different from what people think. There's a relationship we have with you guys that is kind of all over the place, and we thought we'd just talk about it. Maybe give you guys some insights into what ours is like. It would be good to also hear from you guys what it's like on your end in the comments, right?
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Your assumptions,
Yeah,
your thoughts.
So I'm going to start with, how are you feeling about where you are right now in your social media content creation journey? Claire?
I'm okay. I have just gotten through a stuck period where I was completely stuck. I didn't know what to do. I was comparing myself a lot. I was comparing myself a lot. Hi, women. Why do we compare? I don't know. Also,
You know, it doesn't show.
it
online.
doesn't. Oh my God,
It's
Fiona.
just because I'm your friend, but like I know online it doesn't show.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Like sometimes I'd be like, okay, Prim is going to put a full stop, and the entire country is going to like and comment. Claire,
lies detected.
I have a strategy. I have a system of content creation, and I get like my 1,000 on a good day. Do you get what I mean?
1,000.
No, I know what I mean, but you see what comparison does. That's what
I think
comparison
we all go through
does.
a phase of
Yes.
comparison, and the funny thing is, Claire, you don't see how there are times I'll be lying in bed and I'll see you, posting, and in my head I'm like, I wish I was like her.
Right?
I wish I could
With
plan
her
my
6 month
content. Look
plan.
at her posting content. Like the times you were posting photos, cover photos that you took in this same couch, in this same thing, I would feel so bad. Like I have this couch. She says that I borrowed lights from Prim, right? I have these lights and I'm not doing any of these things. I'm like, look at her. So I think comparison is a very, like they say, it's a thief of joy. It's a very funny thing because
Steals your
Yeah.
joy.
you're probably feeling like, Prim will just say question mark, and and it's me, I'm feeling so inadequate.
Yeah.
Seeing everything that you're doing with the same equipment that I have, the same place that I have,
Yeah.
and I'm doing nothing with it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And then I just got to a point where I was just plateauing. Like my content wasn't really doing what I wanted to do, not what the followers or my audience like it just wasn't doing it for me. And then you would post also a piece of content and you'll get 2,000 likes. And the last couple, like I was measuring myself up against your most recent posts. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, that point where I used to be on our followers, Prim's always had the highest, then me, then you, and now I'm the lowest.
Are you?
Yes, 100%. And
I
so
didn't
I
even
got
notice those
into
things.
that.
Me neither.
But I got into. I've recently just come out of that.
Yeah.
I'm not
Funk.
even like people don't like me and whatnot. It happens. It happens.
Yeah, it's
it's always very good to be fully truthful about the things you go through, so you can understand what you are fighting. So that's where I've been at now. Though I after the PSFU thing,
yeah. Shout out.
I just got
It's
the
affirmed you.
affirmation that I really am creating. It's different.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
content is different from you. My content is different
Yeah.
from yours. It just can't
Yeah.
be the same thing.
can't.
Yeah.
It can't. And they're
It's ups and downs,
It's
really.
ups and downs.
It's ups and
Seasons
downs.
where it's like, oh my gosh, mad growth, and then it's just like,
Yeah.
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 Prim, what about you?
I think for me, I've been on such a journey. Like, I deleted my message, but there's a message I would have like read for you that I sent to my friend Bernadette. Like after leaving hospital, I didn't know my footing. I didn't know. I remember telling her I feel so lost. Like I don't know how to come back. I don't know what to talk about. What did I do before? I'm like, when I meet people who say, I love your content, I want to ask them, tell me what you like so that I can go back and create that, because I was so lost. I'll try to put out a few things here and there and nothing like by then that's what I was going through. So and yet I felt like I don't want to put out such sad news and just make people sad. So I've been trying to figure out who I am, because I took like a long sabbatical,
Time
like
away,
like I
yeah.
took
I
3
feel-
months
I know
off,
what you mean.
and now I don't know who I am. I'm trying to see, okay, does this work? Like I get shocked, okay, this works, what? But I remember when I came back and there was all that jazz about the algorithm, the statistics, and this is what shows, blah, blah, blah. I remember struggling so hard. I was talking to my PA to raise my statistics again, to like raise my stats to maybe where they used to be, to like a reach of say like 100,000 or 200,000 for a reach. But now it had plummeted to like 30,000 or 20. So us growing like that. And I remember how I was so obsessed checking my dashboard all the time. But lately, the reason I'm finding solace, for example, in YouTube is that while with Instagram, I feel like I'm lost and I don't know what to do anymore. YouTube, my camera is always standing and I'm just showing my life. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm just cleaning and I'm cooking. That's why I'm finding so much solace in YouTube. YouTube has, imagine, in a funny way, become easier.
Your thing, yeah.
It has become
Interesting,
easier
is that
than Instagram.
That's what you're doing on YouTube. I feel like you do the same thing on Instagram, just in your stories.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
know
I
why.
think you're not viewing it that way.
Yeah.
I don't.
You come on stories and you literally just
yeah,
talk
you
about your
talk
life.
about your life.
And then you cook your things, and then you make your juice, and then you tell jokes, and then you tell us stories. I feel like
Yeah.
Instagram felt complicated. It felt like
I know what
I
you
needed
mean.
to think of the content because it's my main market. It's my main market if we are looking at it that way.
yeah.
But honestly, lately I've struggled a bit with not with comparison or anything, but just feeling very inadequate.
Yeah.
Feeling very, very inadequate. Like, oh, look at somehow everyone else looks like they are doing, like, oh my God, look at so and so doing so well. Look at so and so posting this and that. For them, they probably have their content planned. And then there's me. And honestly, having a full-time job, I talked about this last time. Having a full-time job has never drained me more now than before. Like now, I feel like I don't know. It's hard for me. I'm failing to balance everything. Yeah. I'm failing to balance everything. I feel like I make plans with you for Sunday 4th, and if you say Sunday, I say yes. If Claire says, are you free on 4th? I say yes. Then I wake up and realize that Sunday
you
4th
made two
is the same as
plans.
yes,
Sunday
4th and Sunday.
My 4th
are
is
both
the same.
Yes, and I'm just here like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What do I do? And then I have to also now like give myself some rest. Then all those things. I feel
Being
like
an adult is
I'm
hard.
overwhelmed.
Yeah, I also feel like I'm okay with where I'm at. In
You're doing
in my
really well, by the
creation.
way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some things I'm starting to figure out better. Last year I was actually kind of all over the place. I feel like things are focusing a lot better now.
I can also now tell the direction of your content.
Yeah, I'm feeling more focused
Love your
because I was trying to explore
30.
last year.
The third
Yeah,
floor.
that's one
that
because
was
it's also
really
given me
nice.
direction for something else that I
The
wanted
things
to
that
do
you're
in the long
passionate
term.
about. Yeah.
So I feel like now things are getting clearer. And you know how it always translates? Like when you're feeling clearer, even what you put out, people receive it in a
Yes,
different
much,
way because they
much.
can tell
And there was
what you're
the
giving.
thing is your content has not changed. I feel like this is what you were doing before, but I
it's
don't
like
know. There's
more-
something. It's
yeah,
more
it's
defined.
different. Yeah,
more.
like I'm more specific. Like there's a direction.
And you're also
that I have
finding your
better.
people, and your people are finding you. I
That's
feel like
true.
you're building your community, and
That's true.
it's there. And like recently when you did your Can We Talk? When you did that wellness retreat with them, the wellness, I felt like, okay, this is actually Fiona's angle.
Thing.
Like if
Like
they
that's
invite,
my
this is
stuff.
her
That is
thing. Like
your
if they invited
stuff.
me, I'd be like,
What do I do
lots
there?
of love. However, go with Fiona.
Yeah.
Like even when I saw the people there, I understood how this is her crowd, these are her people, this is her
Yeah.
community, and I know that I don't think I could
Thing.
thrive there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what you mean.
I'm just feeling clearer.
Who
but
are my
also-
community? Boda men. Love you. Nabidi.
So I'm feeling clearer, but also overwhelmed, like you, because I mean, like you guys, we all do multiple things. So there's some days when I just feel overwhelmed with the content creation itself is a full-time job.
Yes.
Then I have another job, and then just being a human being,
It's a job.
right?
Yeah.
You're a friend, you're a sister, you're all these things. You're a person who wants to be well, because I'm trying to really also prioritize my own wellness. I want to have time to exercise, to meditate, to this and that. Sometimes it just feels like
too much.
why put content creation on the side so that I can be a human being?
So you can meditate.
I can't understand. I'm like, so when am I supposed to do all these things?
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like online, what you guys see,
you see the finished product.
you really just see. We're there. Prim is telling stories. Claire is giving business advice.
Like recently when before Ruth left, Ruth is the person I was living with at home. I was every day on stories. People even used to next to ask me,
Because you had the time.
today you're not there.
Yeah.
Because I had the time. So I remember when she left, and it was just me and Boo for I think like a week or two. You people, that was one of the hardest days. Like I remember going 3 days without talking to that man. And obviously, he didn't know what he has done to me. Even me, he has not done anything to me, but I'm angry. I was so angry. I was angry at just the fact that I felt like, how do I even show up on social media when I'm angry? How do I switch it off? You get? I was drowning in housework. My neighbor was moving. She was my friend and she was leaving the country. And I was like everything was happening. A lot of things were happening all at once. Things that normally I would not feel very overly emotional about. I was I felt very overwhelmed. Like if let's say I checked and there were no onions, I would feel so overwhelmed. Like imagine even now the onions are not there. And like I'm just exhausted.
Everything was a big deal.
I think I called you. You remember that time? I called you and we sat on phone for like an hour and I was just so exhausted. I kept telling you guys, I even talked to you, Claire.
Yeah, I remember.
Then after Bobo left for some time, he went away. And for me, I was like, God, this has come at such a right time because it helped me breathe.
Yeah.
And that's how I came back to like now social media to even tell the stories. That's when I can tell stories as I'm cleaning, as what. But like it gave me time. Okay, my neighbor moved, Ruth left, Bobo left, and it was now just me. And it gave me time to just
breathe and
Set as if.
Yeah.
So on the topic of, because you always talk about like the different things that people presume about what being a social media content creator is like. What's the top out there presumption here? Like you've had it and you're like, say again.
That it's easy. People think that we just wake up and you're just looking nice and you're just good morning. I know every time I say good morning, someone is like, why Claire? Why are you shouting this morning? You know, every single morning. Let me tell you, 7 out of 10 times, I'm not having a good morning. I don't want to be up.
But it's a job,
It's a job. It's in order for me to benefit from the content I create, and I've seen it. The days when I'm not consistent, I don't benefit. Do you get what I mean? And then it takes me back to almost zero. You have to build that back up. So in order for me not to fall off the wagon, I have to keep doing every single day. Because remember, it's also a business. You know, it's like me waking up and showing up at the bank. Yes, if I'm a banker. It's me coming, good morning, everyone, and stuff. How would you feel if you walked into a bank and someone was like, oh, morning? Do you get what I mean? They also greet you with, so it's not always easy. It comes naturally, yes, to smile and say hi and be so bubbly and whatnot. Yeah. But it's not easy. It's not always easy that I'm just going to wake up every morning and I'm like, you know how they you wake up out of bed and everything is just hunky dory. There's music. There's no music in our lives. I love to put music in my stories. Somehow it gives it a mellow feel, But yeah, it's not easy. It's just a decision to be consistent.
Yeah, it's harder than it looks.
Much. Yeah. Sometimes you're like, I really don't want 9,000 people watching me right now. You know, but it's the life I've chosen.
Imagine 9,000.
Can you imagine?
You built an empire. Okay. What's that presumption?
The assumption that we are like this in real life.
Yeah.
The assumption that I will always be that bubbly and noisy and let me tell you something, guys. I am an extremely shy person in real life.
100%.
Very like I don't know. I can't explain it. That there's lots of anxiety, especially in public and around new people. And I recently went for an event, and the person came to me talking to me the way I talk to you on social media, because I know that when I'm talking on Instagram, it's easy to feel like
We are friends.
she's our person,
Yeah.
she's our sister, she's our those things. So she comes to me and she says like, oh my God, Chinda, and there are all these people. I froze, and I kept thinking, like I was shaking, and I kept thinking she's going to notice. She didn't. She just kept. She was bubbly. She was happy until I told her, please don't do that to me. I'm actually very shy in real life. She's like, really? And like she stopped. She's like, I didn't know. You don't look it. And I couldn't blame her because when I'm talking into the phone, I'm talking, I never actually feel like someone is watching.
Yeah.
Like even when people say, I love watching your stories, it never gets to me. I never really conceptualize what, like, to think what that means. Like when I'm walking around, it's me, Prim, right? So when someone says, oh my God, is this, it's just, oh, wait, oh yeah, I have another life that's it. But most times, it's uncomfortable, like that attention you get like when you are in public and everyone is just, oh my God, Prim, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's a good thing, but it's also
it's complicated to navigate because the us they're receiving, so that it's not us, it's just that we are different in different spaces. Just like anybody else.
Me in real life is different from the me on social media.
Yeah.
So when
Like
you're
talking to
receiving
a
me
camera
in
is
her, when you're receiving me in
different.
real life, with as much vigor as what you would have seen on Instagram, it's overwhelming. It's oh my God, it's
Actually,
all of a sudden everyone is
it's quite difficult
on you.
to navigate,
We actually don't translate.
It's not exactly what
It's
you
not.
It's
It's
exactly what you
not.
see.
And you know, it brings me back to that time when we had the assumption, and people thought you were the least,
the most introverted.
the most introverted, you guys. And then me and Prim are very extroverted. You guys, it's legit. She's the most introverted in the group.
Like,
I am very close nearby. And I'm not introverted. I keep to myself when I'm around people.
Well, it means
you know,
you're
and
like
then
as if semi-introvert. I think no one is exactly like perfect extrovert or perfect introvert. We all have like
I gravitate to
environments.
people I know. If I don't know people, if I'm
Then
in a space, then I'll just
I'll
hold
shrink.
back.
Like,
Yeah,
now what do I
I'll
do?
hold back. I want like, and people confuse that for being arrogant. But it's just like I don't know what I don't do small talk. I just don't. Please don't come to me. The sun is so yellow. You know, conversation. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so hot these days, the weather and whatnot. I don't do those conversations.
Yeah.
If I'm having a conversation with you, it's real. But if I can't trust you, or if I don't know you well
There's
enough to
also
have a real
that, the
conversation,
trust and the
I
safety.
need to
You need to
stay
feel
away.
like.
But before we even get there, what is yours, Fiona?
I think there's a way. I think when people see us online, I feel like people think I have all my stuff together.
Yeah.
So they put you on a pedestal.
Thank you.
But
put you on a
Fiona,
pedestal.
what do you
Like, I
expect?
have
Even
all
your
my
hair
stuff
is
together.
perfectly done all the time. I'm joking.
I know, but I get it. I understand why.
Yeah.
Because when I step we see and we're like, that one. She finished. All things are done and perfect. But becoming a creator, you realize, people see you and they think, oh wow, everything amazing. Yeah, there's good stuff, but that idea that things are figured out, I'm just here super zen, burning incense, working out, living my best life.
I mean, even just your voice translates as if
I'm like,
you are constantly like this.
and yet the way sometimes the house is burning. Like, actually just saying with Claret how like there's like 3 days in the week when my house is organized. Then there's some 2 days where it's like I'm just living in chaos. My laptop is overwhelmed. My washed clothes, I put them in a weird pile somewhere. Like I'm just
You
there.
have no time to fold them
I'm
up
there
and
and I'm
take
like,
them
I'll
away.
fold, but then I have work, then I have this thing, then I have
then
an
no
errand.
energy.
I'm like, the truth is like what you guys are seeing on socials, please understand.
Yeah,
That is actually not that.
Yeah.
It's not exactly that. But going to now like our relationship with followers, with our audiences and stuff, we've had so many conversations about this stuff, and it's interesting how the things that there's like a line of like I'm sharing XYZ, I'm sharing, for example, sharing a story about Bubuna, you're sharing something about Philip, I'm sharing whatever it is I'm sharing, and I understand why it can start to feel that you as the viewer, you somehow have an entitlement to, I don't know, over this information or how it grows or the development Or, for example, if Prim breaks up with Bubuna, I think everyone expects that she'll come and say,
People
guys,
keep asking me that now, like lately,
announcement.
since I don't talk about him as much.
Yes,
Did you break
for
up?
Like,
us.
did you break up? Like, I've had like three people that have asked me, did you break up? And I just say yes. My reply is just yes. Then I move on, because the thing is, we talk about these people because we live with them. If I live with Fiona for like a week, I'll talk about Fiona said this. So the reason I talk about him, even him, there's a time I was like, you talk about me a lot, or it's
part of your life.
but I live with you.
there.
You're my person. You're part of my life, and I talk about my life. And it's like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
You get.
For me, I think it's that entitlement to more information.
I'd say that.
And you know, like, I know people say that we choose the public eye, the public life, so we've chosen the public to be. No.
But nothing prepares you.
That's not, no. That is not how it works. That is you being entitled. If you're thinking that just because I've chosen to have a public life means that my entire life gets to be public, that's an entitlement.
Yeah,
I feel like, no, you need to stop feeling entitled to people's lives. You get what I give you. In my opinion.
I hear you.
And there's a lot that people actually don't share.
Yeah.
Even when they feel like they're oversharers.
Even
Even
like, no, listen.
Me, I know it's easy for someone to feel like, Prim shares everything, but there's like, for me, in my opinion,
It's like a 1%.
1%. I give you what I think
Yeah.
I'm okay with you knowing.
Yeah.
Even when I'm with like people that I don't feel safe with, I'll say something that I know if they peddle this, I'm okay with people hearing this and that. Like, whatever I can't say in front of you, then I don't want you knowing that.
I think it comes with the, why you just have to, doing what we do, you just have to build like what? Thicker skin. There's no choice.
100%.
Because there you are, you've shared your 1%, people feel entitled to, because it's
like
going to happen
the rest of the
inevitably.
99.
Like inevitably people are going to feel like they need more of this, more of that. They need to see your, I don't know, they need to see all of these parts of your life about your relationship. And it's like, but then nothing prepares you for that entitlement.
Yeah.
As much as you chose, because people will be like, but you chose, you knew, so now you have to tell us.
There's a time
I mean, think about it.
I had a friend who used to say that to me, and it would break my heart.
It doesn't prepare you for those things.
No, but it's also just because you chose, there are good things and bad things about every single thing in our lives. Just because you chose to be a doctor doesn't mean when you feel bad that someone has died, people are going to be like, you chose this life.
That profession,
You're allowed to have your feelings, to go through your feelings. Do you know what I mean? You're not supposed to attach to your patients, but because you are human, you do attach. There's some people you like more than others. You are human. Does that mean that people get to say you chose this life? No. Do you know, that's what I'm saying, is that stop being entitled. Just because we've chosen this life doesn't mean we have relinquished our rights to privacy.
Well, someone recently recorded a video of me at work, and I bet those boundaries very thick, right?
Yeah.
And so they meet me in my workspace and they send me a message like, oh, I saw you, at work today, and I recorded a video. I won't share it with anyone. I didn't share it, but I just wanted to keep it to myself. And I felt so naked. It's like someone had taken away my, like a veil, right? I felt so naked. Like, how dare you? How dare you go as far as get out a phone and record a video of me in my workspace? Like I feel like I work in a sensitive place, right? I work in a sensitive place, and I've made my boundaries as thick as I will not talk about this place. I will not help you with this place. Like each time you call, like even when someone texts me and says, just because you saw me once there and you're like, oh, by the way, this and that, I don't reply to such messages. And I've made it very clear. And each time someone texts me, I'm always like, thank you so much. When someone says, oh, I saw you at your workplace today, and I'm always, I wanted to say hi, but you were working. I was like, thank you so much for respecting my boundaries.
That boundary,
yes, like if you meet me out here, by all means, please. But if you've met me in my workplace, I'm like a whole different person there. I'm a different Prim there. And someone, you got out your phone to record. And you see, you come to tell me this in my DMs because, you feel like you're trying to show me just how much, I love you. Prim, what?
It's not a show of love.
I was like, I left it at that. Like there was no reaction. I didn't like reply. I just left it at that. I felt so violated. So violated in my workspace. And I've had someone come to me and Bubuna, sometime we are dining out and someone is like, comes to me, oh my God, are you Bubuna? Like no hi Prim, nothing. Are you Bubuna? I remember he just said, can we please get the bill? Before hi Bubuna, then oh my God, Prim, I'm such a big fan. Is this Bubuna? And I'm like, I understand how, like, I tell stories that are funny enough for you to feel like you know him, but there's a reason I do not share this person. And now I feel like, now I'm honestly very afraid of going out on dates or dining out and eating out, because I feel like, for me, you come and invade my privacy. Please, by all means, find me eating, and hi, Prim, I'm such a huge fan one. But do not find this person that I'm with.
Yeah.
And you start asking them, are you Bubuna? You get, like, their privacy. I've been so strict that even when I go with him to my friends' places, my friends that I really, truly trust, and they're like, let's pose in photos, I'll be like, please, I tell him, the first time I told him, please do not stand in these photos. My friends were like, I'm very controlling, and I'm like, no, no. You're going to post it on WhatsApp, and they're going to ask you, who is that other guy?
Yes.
And then the screenshots. Someone recently sent me a photo of him at a wedding, because they know him and they know me. Like, you're invading his privacy. Do you see why? People ask, why don't you share photos of this person? And I'm like, but if I've chosen to keep them somewhere,
away,
yes, it's for a reason. Do not invade their privacy. Invade mine. Fine, I signed up for this life. But what do you have to say about the other person?
Yeah, I guess it goes to the people in your life, how this life
Yeah,
puts
even
the
my
other
own
people in
friends,
your
by the
life
way, even with my own
in a weird space.
Yeah, like it's different when people meet me with the two of you and they're
Because
like,
we've
oh my God,
also
we love your
chosen this
show.
life.
It's amazing, right? But when you meet me with my other friends, I'm always as if apologizing to them. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you have to go through this. Like, I try not to post my friends on social media. I try not to tag them when I post them, because I know how they live normal lives.
Yeah.
And then some of you, like some of like the people that, you know, follow us are asking, so have you met Bubuna? How is he in real life? Do you have like a photo? Do you have like a photo you can send us? You understand? Like, so how are they in real life? How is it? Like, I remember when I went off, the time I deactivated my account, people harassed my friends. My friend Lillian came running. Oh, Prim, what, are you okay? What's happening? I was in 2 WhatsApp groups, and they are saying Prim is not on social media anymore.
Like, the country was on fire,
and my friends,
Prim was not on social
and my
media.
Are not on social media. My friends are very private people, living their normal lives. So for us, when you come to us, it's different. We love interacting with you. But then, like, when you now go to like shift it to our family members, our friends, it's different. It's different. It's uncomfortable.
You just feel like, anyway, the way you said violated, that's how
I felt so violated that day.
I think for me on my end, I don't very much feel violated. Specifically for me, people have been mostly respectful. Mostly. There's now the odd one that comes out of them all. But generally speaking, very few people try to evade my privacy. I think also, I don't know, but someone will ask you questions, or someone will ask for information about my ex-husband from someone else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, but first of all, I do not listen to rumors, you know, so if it's happening, I don't know about it, because I'm not going to sit down and talk to. I've made very clear boundaries in my life. Very, very clear with my friends, with my family, everything. So if I ever talk to you, Fiona, and you're telling me that a friend of yours was asking you about information about, let's say, my ex-husband, and you didn't shut that down, and I can see you didn't shut that down, that makes me put a question mark on you as my friend. You get? That is already a clear boundary. I'm going to keep a distance. Do you get what I mean? You're not going to know, but I'm just going to be like, okay, Fiona is not the person who's going to defend me when I'm not there. Do you get what I mean? So that's me. And if I sense any kind of thing like that, so I do not surround myself with people who, first of all, will tell me any of this nonsense. It's probably happening. What you don't know won't kill you. But also in my Instagram, I have been very clear. Very, very clear. And there's so many, when I just started posting this kind of posts of, listen, I'm not asking for your advice. You get? I'll post it and people would come at me and like, oh my God, this is so rude. I'm like, guys, a boundary is not rude. It's not comfortable for you because you're used to get going anywhere, everywhere at your. It's kind of like if Kenya decided you can't pass the border. Remember when it happened in Rwanda? We felt uncomfortable because we couldn't do whatever we wanted across the Rwandese border. Yeah. That's what I mean. But eventually, people get in line. People get comfortable with that new normal of, okay, this is someone we don't just go. And for me, I respect anyone who respects another person's.
It takes quite a lot here.
Takes
It does.
a human, like
Amount
a
of
character,
respect
the emotional intelligence
Yeah.
that
And
it
even like
takes.
a little bit of, because now that we are in these spaces, there are things we know not to do because we are in them.
you.
There's a way
Exactly.
we treat other creators
Exactly.
because we are here. So I also
Exactly.
understand that sometimes it's just like ignorance on how to, I don't know, how to
Yeah.
respectfully approach people,
Yeah.
what things are out of bounds and how to like maintain. So I think also maybe we have that benefit of having been there.
Yeah.
We know that
Yeah.
absolutely not. But also it's nice if people just like make an effort. Like make an
When I
effort.
think of everyone who has told me, I saw you at work and I wanted to say hi, but you're at work.
I like bless.
My heart goes out to you.
Yeah, me
thank
too.
you so much.
Bless.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. Most people that do that for me, by the way,
Yeah.
because I always feel like I work a very sensitive security job.
Yeah.
I can't be playing when
Just
I'm
around
there.
there taking
course.
selfies
Yes,
and being an influencer. I'm not an influencer at
different
work.
time.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a different time. I'm a very different person there. And I always feel like when you're there, you should read the room as well. And be
Yeah,
like,
read
okay, this is the
That's
wrong
emotional
place.
intelligence.
intelligence.
Read the room. Like,
Yeah.
where are we? Which environment are we in? Are we at some kind of event? That's different. Are we in someone's
In a
office?
restaurant, someone's office, and even like people at work, but people that I work with that follow me on socials, like when
Yeah.
you come to me, there's a lady that came to me and said, "Nzebana, ngibobo," as she's sitting down, she's like, oh, there's this person. Nzebana, I told her, I'm in office. I am in office.
Yeah.
Even with my workmates, when they're like, "Oba, Prim, I saw you posting about what?" There's a time Carol was like, "Oba, I saw you posting about what?" I was like, DM me there. DM me there. Do not-
Respond
do not-
to that
do not
particular. I love
meet me
it.
at office and then tell me these
Yeah.
things. I've
Yeah.
met those boundaries very thick. It's
Yeah.
like everything else we can play, by the way. But when it comes to those two, my job and social media, as in, I've been given the grace, first of all, to do social media while I do that job. So I don't want to
Misuse
abuse
it.
it. I don't want
Yes.
to mix it.
Yes.
For me, I know that I've been given that grace. Like if I was told that, it's just either the two, I know that there's a very high chance that I'll choose not to do social media. So the fact that they're seeing and they're letting me do it, and I'm not supposed to be doing it. So for me, that's why those boundaries have to be very thick. So everyone who has ever met me and said, I saw you at work and I just, you're mature.
Yeah.
It's maturity.
Yeah, I also find it. I find it very respectful when someone just looks at you, recognizes you, and just goes about their day. Especially when you're like with family or you're in an intense situation. You're at the hospital with the baby. Now there are those
my
ones who
God.
come and carry your baby. Like,
Without asking?
okay, now for me, I will say, please don't carry her. But there are those people who come and just go, Kizzy! Now, I understand you see her every day on social media.
You've seen her grow.
You've seen her and yes,
feel
I
like you know
understand
her.
you're attached to her in some kind of way. When I don't post her in a couple, people would ask, is she okay? And when she comes back, it's like, I miss her face or whatever.
Yeah.
And they notices that she has grown, they see her milestones and whatnot. But guys, you need to remember, to us, you are strangers. Like, it's so weird for someone you don't know out there coming running toward your child, even for heights. Can you imagine for a 1-year-old? It's like, get this person away from me. And my child's not good with strangers. So you can see the terrified look on her face.
Yeah.
So the first thing Mama Bear kicks in. So before I'm even polite, I'm going to be a mom. You get, like, do not terrify my child.
Most
like
of you are in
that.
shock of what just happened.
No, let me tell you, when it comes to my daughter, I'm not in shock. I am, back off. Like, like it happens, any mom will tell you that when it comes to someone coming in, a mother hen, you just swoop in without asking questions. Do you get what I mean? I'm like, please don't touch her. Please don't pick her up, yeah? And then after that, we can get in that, oh, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
You get, but after I have made a very clear boundary that my child is not to be touched.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think with family especially.
Yeah.
Like for us, if you know us, Kawa.
But other
Our
guys,
families.
like my other people, it's
Yes.
like,
Yeah,
what
even me.
about bullying? Because we can't talk about social media and not talk about bullying. The trolls, I don't know which ones, because I don't know, because even in our thing, that's the three of us, we've had trolls in the comments.
Yeah.
I don't, honestly, I wish I even stopped going through comments.
Me
I
too.
can do it once in a while.
Me
Because
too.
sometimes you're like,
Do you know why I go through comments? For people like Linda, Tina. For people like Esther.
Who
Like,
come,
people.
baby,
those
they
people
come
who
and
come
yes.
and like really watch the video and then analyze and go point by point and respond.
Yeah.
And like try to level with you. I watch it for all the ladies who come out and say, oh my God, Fiona, your hair looked so beautiful today. There are so many times you need that affirmation.
That's true.
Claire, I really love your outfits.
Yeah.
I feel like I go through comments for those people, for the ones who come and say, hey, you guys, it's so good. I can't believe you're making 1 year already.
Yeah. At times I do.
Yeah.
It's for that
feel
reason.
like,
but I reduced. The truth is, I used to do it at the beginning. I was on every video making sure we have responded. And I reached a point I was like,
But
it's said to take from me a bit.
For me, in my opinion is, I run 3 social media pages, yeah, and that's before I even start my 3 businesses and my motherhood and stuff. So when it comes to responding to I can't. You people even good. I'm not good. I'm not good.
Well,
do you know what I mean? It's so overwhelming, and I know a lot of people are like, Claire's rude, she doesn't always respond. But I need people to understand, or I mean, some people probably won't. It's like, ngak Prim for how she responds, or someone else responds. Like that's them. But for me, in my capacity, I have failed to be able to respond to everyone.
It's an impossible
I failed.
standard.
It is completely impossible.
impossible.
Even God doesn't respond to everyone.
You can't compare Claire to maybe me, because while Claire at 5 goes home to be a wife and like a mom and she's bonding with Kinsey, me at 5, I'll come from, let's say, work. And I'll be like, okay, now let me respond to messages.
Yeah.
You
But
get
also,
between
even
5 and 6.
By the way, people are just so different. So that
Yeah.
they hate you or whatever, but they just can't.
I can't.
They can't. It's like a million messages.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's no way to get through every single. You know how now there's even those processes that are just like a heart, or so even those ones I should respond to each and every one of them. Where do I get that time? Even as a single person, about what, there's no time to respond to every single smiley and whatever. We don't hate you. It's just we don't though, guys. We don't hate you. It's just.
It's just impossible.
It's an impossible standard.
It's
unless I have a person
impossible.
who only that's their job.
Yeah.
I have an assistant whose job is responding to all DMs, comments.
You know,
But still, they'll never respond the way you would.
They wouldn't.
It's not possible.
It's
but
not personal.
yeah. Okay, so on the topic of cyberbullies, trolls, what's that been like for you guys on your journey of content creation? I feel like Claire is burning.
Burning, I think I've made my peace with it now. I've made my peace that not everyone's going to like me.
Yeah.
I had made my peace with it in the beginning, and then people actually really don't like me.
Yeah.
So I have to go through those emotions. But the honest truth is, I don't have much to talk about. Like me, don't like me. That is entirely your business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you're at.
Entirely your business. Like, yeah, you don't feed, likes don't feed me. Do you know what I mean? At some point, you have to, you know, have that boundary.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? I'm not creating content to be disliked. However, people are going to not like me.
It's just the way it is.
It's just the way
It's
it
way
is.
of the
Someone
world.
out there watching this is being annoyed by the fact that I don't care that they don't like me. Again, your business.
For me, I think it's not even bullies. It's not the direct bullies, the ones that are nasty. You remember that screenshot I sent you where someone was telling me something, and then I was like, am I supposed to be validated by this?
I remember that. Yeah.
I sent you guys that.
Yeah.
And they said something like, I'm just pretending to be humble, yet I'm not. She's like, better than not being hit by pretentious humility or something like that.
Yeah.
I made us like, it goes back to the fact that you think you can come and you know, validate me whether I'm humble or not. Like, it's not for you to say. So
whether you think I'm humble or not is your business.
It's for me, this is not like the direct bullies. This is oh, Bambi, you know, there's like a toxic relationship there, and let me explain. The people who follow you for something, right? So I've shed off a few pounds, right? I've lost just a few kgs. And I have people sending me messages like, oh, you made us comfortable in being fat and now you're leaving us there.
Lol, guys, I'm sorry.
You made us all gain weight, you made us all... And I'm like... So when I set out and share clothes and how I dress, in my head, by the way, I'm not seeing myself as
a fat person.
Lady, like a fat person. No, I'm seeing myself the same way Fiona would come to you and say, oh my God, look at me, I look nice in these pants. But that's how I'm sharing. I'm sharing the same way, let's say, Kendall Jenner would share. So it's you to feel like, oh wow, she really dresses well for her body. Oh wow, I love your confidence, you know. So it's you to feel like, oh Bambi, for a fat person, she dresses well. For a fat person, you're those backhanded. For a fat person, you're beautiful, right? It's you to see me as a fat person. It's you to label me But me, I didn't set out to label myself, right? So if let's say I decided to be healthy a bit, like I want to be healthy, like I've struggled with high blood pressure before, I was pre-diabetic, and if I've decided that, okay, I'm going to shed off a few pounds so that I can be healthier, my best healthier self, who are you? Who are you to come to me and tell me that I made you fat and left you there? But like, okay, for me, I'm also going to say that someone else made me unhealthy and they got healthy. You understand? So when you follow someone, you decide for some reason that you're following this person, right? You're the one picking out why you're following them. We follow people for different reasons, and you have your reason. So rather than come to my DMs and like attack me for losing a few pounds, or if I was a single mom and now I'm getting married, rather than come and attack me because I made you comfortable, I validated you. I know people feel like we come to social media as content creators to be validated by the public.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a two-way relationship. You're also getting validation from us. It makes you so comfortable to know that, oh, you know what? At least even so and so is struggling with this same thing. Even this content creator that I follow is struggling with this thing.
Yeah.
So they're not really outright bullies. They're not really outright, like, they're not going to troll you outrightly, but the things they say that are heartbreaking, right? The way we say that, oh, Prim is so relatable. I really relate to you, Prim. I do not relate to so and so. So and so is living a pretentious life. Who told you they are pretending? Who told you that you're just not relating to them because you're probably not in the same tax bracket?
In order for someone...
Yeah, and being in different tax brackets...
In order for someone to say you're pretending, they need to know the real you.
To know you. You don't know
like,
the real person.
You're the one pretending.
Actually, for the most part, you don't know any of us.
Yeah.
You just live on the internet.
You don't know them. You can't say, just because so and so is rich, they're not in your tax bracket, they're forcing life.
They're not relatable.
They're not relatable. There are people who relate to them.
Yeah. That's true.
There are people who relate to them.
Also, why don't you unfollow them?
Thank you. There's also that.
Why are you choosing toxicity?
There's also that.
Choose those things.
Yes, please let your favorite content creators are human beings, and they're allowed to change.
Yeah.
They are allowed to change. Yeah. If today I woke up and I was into exercising and running marathons, by all means come along. If you don't, please, if you feel like that's trigger, please get out. If one day I woke up and I decided that I am now submissive and I talk about submission, and before I was independent woman, what, I am a human being and I've changed my mind.
Yeah.
If I woke up and decided I was something else, like different, I'm allowed to change and be like, I'm a human being. I'm not supposed to stay the same thing, the person you first followed. Yeah. It's like a relationship. This is like a relationship. Yeah. The man you marry is different from the man he was yesterday. You're so different. Yeah. You're so different. I think we need to let you can't bully me into remaining the same person that you want me to be.
Yeah. I think those expectations were just impossible.
They're too high.
Because even this the other day we were talking about, because I share a lot about singlehood, because something I'm very passionate about. I'm passionate about people truly enjoying their single seasons. And I guess it was interesting. I didn't even know that people could take it that way. For some reason, the expectation was that because I'm sharing about singlehood,
about your experience,
and passionately, that should mean I can't go on a date. And apparently I can't have a guy pull my chair. And I was like, because it was a whole thing apparently of, social media.
She betrayed. They are lying. She's here telling us she's single. Kumbe.
And I'm like, so then, because this, therefore this.
That,
I'm like, guys, you need to really release people from these impossible expectations. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, of where? Anyway.
So ladies, let's talk about the money aspect of social media. My question, okay, not my question. So what has been your experience in getting paid?
For this.
What has your experience been in getting paid as a social media creator?
Crickets.
It's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough because sometimes you really put yourself out there and you're like, I'm going to show people what I can do. You reach out to a brand, you're like, create a proposal. You're like, this is how we align. I'd like to do this and this and this. Let me show you what I can do. And you do an amazing job, you know, and they have all these results and they're like, oh my goodness, this, and you have all this amazing feedback. And then they don't want to pay. Like they're not, like after you've showed them what you can do, those are the same people that will turn back and say, so now we want you to do la 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 for these coins.
For less money.
No, because the times we have short people, I just want to show them what I can do without even being paid. I'm like, like this is a product that I know that I like. I can really do this. Like I can push your product in a very organic and dope way. And you do it and you have all these results. And then when it's, you know, oh, okay, we've loved it. We want to work with you. It's like, well, here are some coins for your worries, for your troubles.
And airtime, buy some data.
And you're like, huh. It makes me confused because I'm like, if you can see results and still not invest, then what are people investing in? I get confused. Confused. And of course, there's still also that thing of, in spite of that, you still see people, brands, big brands, investing in, even small brands actually. I've even seen small brands investing their hard-earned coins in celebrities as opposed to a content creator that makes sense for you.
Yeah.
And guys, just in case you don't know, there's a big difference. There are celebrities, you know, musicians, actresses, whatever, and they have a way they do their own things. They're more, it's like billboards, that type of thing. What we do is so different and so niche, but you see that people will give 20 million
so impactful
to an artist who does not at all fit their brand, does not reach your demographic, does not, like when you get down to the science of things, you're like, who is on your marketing team? This isn't making sense to me because I'm doing the numbers and it's not making sense. Even you, the impact you're seeing from me is different.
Yeah.
But still
you
can give that person 20 million and give me coins. I stay frustrated. I stay frustrated.
Yeah. I think, Prim,
For once, I have no words.
Prim, I feel like you need to, let me drag it out of you. You have no words for
It
people.
feels like what's there to add?
What's there? Like,
I think for me, my experience has been mostly get brands, eh? You really break our hearts. You really break our hearts. Because for me, my biggest my biggest peeve is doing the work, doing the contract, signing a contract, doing the work, and then chasing for your money as if they chased you for your content. For some unknown reason, people think, well, we are rich, that we don't need our money. Like, if we were rich, we would not be doing this we would not be what? I don't know. It's just does not make sense why I must chase a brand for 3 weeks, 4 weeks to pay my money. You get? Because what you're doing is, for me personally, I'm a mother. Yeah? I have nappies to buy. I have responsibilities. I have employees who, if you don't pay me, those you know, if I have a loan, my loan I'm defaulting. Do you get what I mean? You're getting away with it. Someone's going to penalize me for defaulting on a loan. And you are not taking any of these things in consideration.
Actually, they shouldn't even have to consider those things. They should only consider that there was an agreement.
Yes, there was an agreement for work and pay.
for.
But okay, even if you're going to be like, okay, they can wait. Why are you making us wait for our money? Do we make you wait for your content?
Please, content is like, this is the day.
Yeah.
This is the time.
What are the deliverables? And
that,
you know, we need one, we need two on this day, and they ask for the reports. Yeah. As soon as you get the report, you'll get your money. Hey, it is such trouble. It's like pulling teeth. Getting money. I'm really, really frustrated because now on top of the hundreds of things I have to worry about, now I have to worry about who I'm going to have to threaten to get my money. Because now for me, I do not play around with my money. I work really, really hard.
Yeah.
Really hard. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? I am tired. I spend sleepless nights. Do you get? It's such a simple thing for you to just put my bank details in your whatever you and send me my money. Yeah. Why must it be such a chore? It's not okay and it's unfair. And the honest truth is, I can't wait till I get to that point where I don't need, if you're not paying me full, In the beginning, I'm not doing the work. Right now, I still need the money. I still need like a promise. Do you know what I mean? But it's not okay. It's not fair. Then you make me get into uncomfortable conversations. Because for me as I am, I will come and say, listen, if you don't give me my money, this is going to happen. Because we had a contract, we had an agreement. You get, because if the tables were done, you would do the same.
Yeah.
We are not sisters.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've said our piece. Prim had a question.
I know. I wanted to talk about. I wanted to like tell people not to put creatives on a pedestal.
Yeah.
They like so many creatives struggle with that. Be it artists, be it musicians, what? Because let me tell you something. The biggest like creatives are insecure.
Yeah.
Like straight from like those years. Like even the most prominent artists, as in those who draw. As great as their pieces were and the sculptures and what they are, as a creative, you struggle with crisis almost all the time.
They're human.
They're like writers. You doubt your potential. Anyone that does things that come from their head, as a creative, you struggle a bit here and there. So do not put people on pedestals of, oh my God, so-and-so's marriage also failed. Yeah? Because they used to come here. If someone is a marital counselor and their marriage fails, they are human beings. They're human beings before they are marital counselors. You can't say, oh, I can't believe so-and-so did that. Like, you hear that Prim fell out with, let's say, her friend Fiona. Oh, I can't believe she's like that. She's always preaching female friendships. But she's a human being before that. Like, do not put people on these pedestals where you somehow put all these expectations. You think they are perfect, they are what, but that's in your head, right?
Yeah. And you've made me think of the assumptions also about female friendships. I get confused. Why do people think that because maybe Prim hasn't posted
on
Claire,
it,
therefore they must have had a disagreement, or they watch a video and be like, today there's tension
between this one and that one, and
it's always women.
It's always women.
It's always women.
Why?
We don't queer girls.
Do you know what I mean? And you feel like,
look at Claire. That's
someone
something
will say,
we'll never even address because it's funny.
It's so silly.
It's so funny. Like, the things that you could never even think of. Then someone says them and you're like...
Someone came to my DMs. Actually, a couple of times people have come to my DMs and they told me that I'm always talking to you. I never even turned to Prim. And I'm like... Neither of us have even ever noticed it. Usually, she's the moderator. Yeah. When someone asks you a question, you turn to them and naturally answer. Like, but this person has fabricated all this. Baby, those two. No, I see something. I see. You just give them time. They are not going to last. What? No, they are lying to us. They are pretending.
Like friends.
My birthday the other day passed. Prim sent Murugi a bouquet of flowers. Yeah. I didn't get a bouquet of flowers. My Instagram relatives, they sent me messages. Claire, what's happening? I know you say there's nothing between you and Prim. But, Prim sent Murugi flowers and didn't send you.
Teachers.
You guys, I'm 33 years old. I just turned 33 years old. I am not 18. Who sends me birthday flowers? There's only one person obligated and sworn to send me birthday flowers and do birthday things, and that is my husband.
The rest do not owe you anything.
I do.
Let me tell you, you will send me a birthday, whether you send, whether you don't, I don't care.
Yeah.
I legit don't care. Like, the internet could go quiet that entire day and it will not take away from my day. It will not add to my day. If I'm going to have a bad day, I'm going to have a bad one.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So I'm not there of this one did not send me birthday message.
Yeah.
This one did not come for my birthday party. Bambi, grow up.
I think we don't ask ourselves enough why.
Yeah.
So as you're thinking that thing, okay, fine, you've thought it. Why should you tell Claire? What's your aim? What are you? Huh? Do people ask themselves why?
Yeah.
I don't think people ask them why.
No.
Okay, you didn't like Prim's dress. So if you tell her, what are you aiming at? Do you want people to see you and agree with you? Then you have all your other negative friends to join with? Do you
want her to feel bad? Do you want her to feel good?
Do we ask ourselves why enough? Because if it's really pressing you, just go on your WhatsApp groups and gossip from there. I don't see why you're telling Claire about the flowers so that she can be like, OMG, Prim does not love me the way I thought.
You prefer me to the other two.
The people who are, me I like Prim, me I like Fiona, me I like Claire.
Even those things are backhanded, to be honest.
They
I also
really
find it
are.
backhanded.
They're not compliments.
we don't take them as compliments, you guys, to be honest. We've never said it, but it's the truth. We don't take that stuff as compliments. Hi, my favorite is
my
this
favorite.
one.
It's not a
This
compliment.
one is, I'm like, it's not a compliment though.
Because we're all
it feels
different.
backhanded. It's like you're trying to say, either for us of Team Prim and Team Claire, and for us we are a team, all of us together. If you can't take the group, I don't know.
like I'm sorry.
It's like, of course
You
you're
don't
allowed.
have to, but reserve the comment.
You're allowed to have who you like best. That's great.
Don't leave it on our
It's
channel.
just
At
that-
least the channel that we
information that
our
needs to be
place,
shared with all. You can't keep it to yourself and say,
keep it to yourself. We understand there's
I
favoritism.
get
It happens.
Claire, that's my person right there. Even as we sip on, we're like,
That person.
that's my.
But we're not going to go in front of a room, of crowded room. But for me, I like that Mary.
Hi,
Mary,
friends. You're my best.
You're my best. The rest are, I feel they're not intelligent as you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It feels over how. But anyway, guys, we've just mobbed because this is a topic I think that's in our real life.
Yes.
There's a lot to say, but I'm curious to hear what you guys think. There's probably stuff about also being the followers of we that you have thoughts on that you'd like us to know, and maybe we can
And
talk about
you maybe want us to, okay, by the way, guys, you just misunderstand
this thing.
Yeah,
We
that's
intend for it
true.
to be like
tell
this.
us. We are happy to listen. This is a totally open space. So until next week, guys, please subscribe and maybe share with a friend, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.